Here's a suspect. The suspect is 37-year-old Michael Joseph Gibson. CNN spoke with his sister, who says her brother is bipolar. Again, new information just coming in here. She says her brother is bipolar and schizophrenic and is being treated by a doctor. She says he had just gotten out of the hospital in recent weeks, and police say he was drunk on that train. They say he was intoxicated. He is facing charges that include battery of a police officer with injury, a felony, obstructing and resisting an officer, another felony, disorderly conduct and being intoxicated in public, misdemeanor. And the officer, we want to tell you, is on leave, unable to perform his duty because of injuries. I want to join now the BART spokesperson. His name is Lenton Johnson. He joins us by telephone. Lenton, thank you so much for joining us. This video hit the internet and then all of a sudden went viral, and now the police department is having to respond here. So give us your side of the story, what we see happening here according to police.
Well, we saw this video well before it went viral and decided that, we wanted to take appropriate steps and essentially get ahead of the story and let folks know we knew about this video. We're taking the appropriate measures to investigate everything that's happening, and we will do a full-fledged, thorough investigation. Mm-hmm. And, the video was posted by somebody who has jumped to conclusions as to what he believes happened. And we're not saying that that person is wrong or right, but we do need to say to that person and to the rest of the world that we're going to look at all the facts, not just what you see on the video, and then we'll make a conclusion as to what happened.
Well, listen, let's get this out of the way real quick. I mean, the department's already being looked at for the New Year's Eve shooting by a police officer on the BART train. It was at the same station?
That's correct. Well, it's not the same station.
But it was in Oakland.
A couple of stations away, but it was in Oakland.
In Oakland. Okay, so you're already under scrutiny here, so it couldn't have happened at a worse time. Then how do you explain that? It does appear, and especially if this man is intoxicated. Usually if you're intoxicated, you're, sort of moving all around. So then, and from his condition, it looks like he was, I don't know if he was resisting, but it looks like the officer, pushed him pretty hard into that window, if we can look at that. And then you see, again, the blood. But according to this is what you told me earlier on the phone. You said the main point that we're emphasizing is that to determine how the glass was broken, you don't want to jump to conclusions that you believe it was a suspect's arm instead of his head.
No. It's not that we believe that it was his arm, but we can say that the injuries are consistent with the suspect's arm. Now, whether that was indeed what caused the window to shatter, we still have to look at. But if you look at the injuries, most of the injuries were sustained on his arm. Mm-hmm. Not on his face. He had very little impact on his face. In fact,
and where does the blood come from?
The blood came from the officer who was severely injured on his face.
Okay, so the officer, as we said, is not working now because he can't perform his job, and he is not on leave because of the investigation into this?
That's correct. He's on industrial leave, which is a workplace injury. That obviously, he was injured in this.
This officer had only been with BART police force since May, is that correct?
Correct. Since May, he had come from a different agency, the Contra Costa County Police, actually Sheriff's Department, and he had been with them for 6 years prior.
What is the officer's name, Linton?
We're not releasing his name at this point.
You're not releasing his name. So he had been on. Do you know anything about his record with the Contra Costa Police Department at all?
I don't know about his record with the police department in Contra Costa, the Sheriff's Department rather, but I do know that he hasn't had any incidents with our police department in his 6 months with us.
So what happens next in this case, Len, before I let you go here?
Well, again, we're looking for more information. We have video from the platform. We have video from the train. We piece all of that together. What you're seeing is, of course, one point of view, and there are different points of view from different camera angles.
Hey, Lenton, real quickly, so I want to tell you again, we spoke to Lisa Gibson, who is a sister, who says she's a sister of this young man, and she said that she had told the police officer, or that the police department in the area or whatever should have known that this guy was schizophrenic and he had issues. And she says she doesn't believe that her brother was drinking. She goes, whoever this officer is shouldn't have a job. He has no integrity and a combative mindset. How do you respond to that?
Well, I can say that we're going to investigate this thoroughly. What the initial reports came to us as was that witnesses said that he appeared to be intoxicated. We're not saying that he was intoxicated. We're just saying that the witness reports said that he was intoxicated. He was yelling racial slurs and profanity at the passengers and challenged the customers to a fight. And so that's how we responded. And then you can see at least one viewpoint from the video that's on YouTube as to how the officer responded. And we'll look into it from all angles.
All right, and then, I got that wrong again. Like I said, this information, we got this video and it's coming in fast. She said she does believe, it does appear that her brother was drinking, she said, but she said the officer shouldn't have a job, he has no integrity and a combative mindset. Linton Johnson, thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us, and we will be checking with you until we get some more resolution on this story. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.